boy, do we got a good episode today. I can already sense it. Jamie Kennedy is on Steph Infection today, fixing his lips.
You didn't give me any credits or anything. You just said my name. I appreciate that.
Do you want me to give you credits?
No.
I feel like people know who the fuck you are by now.
I like that you just said that.
I also don't know all of your credits.
It hurts me.
Look, I didn't watch a lot of movies growing up. I know you're in Scream, and I watched that.
That's fine.
And I see you do stand-up. I like your stand-up. That's all that matters, doesn't it? Or do
That's
you want me to
all that matters. A connection.
A connection.
We have a connection.
We have a connection. What is our connection? Just from doing shows?
Both insane.
Yeah. We're both truly unhinged human beings.
We are. We are. I saw this thing you did yesterday. What you did. Where you talked about the guy about the dad bods.
Oh, yeah. And I was like...
And then you're like, I got a LA River down here. That was intense.
It was intense.
I was laughing my head off.
Well, I had to make it. You have to go really over the top with the sexuality, because if you do it too real, then they shadow ban you. But if you go over the top, like what would I be doing? What is that?
Yeah, that's fun. I didn't know that. Okay, that's good.
I mean, I'm just telling myself. It's not good to know. So we met a few years ago now, doing stand up around town.
I think we met at Jam in the Van.
Is that what it was?
I think that's where I remember meeting you first. That you were hosting a show.
Okay, you have a good memory.
Yeah, and it was a Jam in the Van.
You're a psychopath.
Well, it's how we keep track of where the bodies are.
Okay. Yeah, the exact
that clip will hit me in like 8 years or something, right? They'll be like, we always knew. I'm not. We're having a good time. And we were at Jam in the Van, and you were the MC, and you were killing it. And then you would go up in between comics and you would kill it. And then I went up something in the middle, did like 12 minutes, and then I left. And then that was the first time I remember meeting you. And then after that...
And then I saw you at the airport. I stalked you down to LAX, I think, once.
You saw me.
I saw you, yeah. And I was like, Jamie Kennedy! And you're like, hello? You could tell that you weren't in the mood to like just... have a I don't like talking to people at airports.
Was I rude?
No, you were actually really nice, but I could tell. I was like, I would hate if someone did this to me.
Well, because I was coming off like 2 flights in a weekend, and it's like the Monday morning, and I'm like, you know what I mean?
Jamie Kennedy, you do my podcast? And you're like, get the fuck away.
Wait, you had a dog.
I did have a dog.
You had a big-ass fucking dog that was bigger than most people.
Yeah, no, I have a golden retriever.
And you were going to like Canada.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Oh, wow, your memory.
For a psychopath.
I can't believe this. I don't know why I thought all you do is ayahuasca. Now you're over here with the best memory I've ever. I do also want to mention that Jamie did get 5 sugars in his coffee.
5. She thinks that's crazy.
I've never in my life heard that. I thought you were joking at first. I'm like, this is a funny bit. And then you didn't say anything after. I'm like, oh, that's...
Was it sugar in the raw?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said sugar in the raw. You.
Here's the thing. It's probably 4. I can taste it. I'd probably go a little extra.
Okay.
I do think that sometimes coffees are bitter. So to overcome that, the sugar. But a good coffee, you don't need as many.
Okay, that's here. So you were thinking I was going to go to some fucking Wind Chills.
No, you went to a real spot.
I'm a coffee snob.
Okay, yeah, because you're a Canadian.
I'm a Canadian, and that means
you're a Canuck.
I'm a Canuck.
You're a loony and a toonie. How many know? Right?
Do you love Canada?
I spent so much time up there. Well, I don't like it right now, but I don't want to get in your politics.
Okay.
You can't get in there. They're very they're very strict on all the COVID stuff, aren't they?
No, they let up.
Okay.
Yeah, but I thought because our biggest thing in Canada, if you have a DUI, they don't let you in.
Really?
Which is nuts. You can stab somebody in the face and be on a fucking out for murder, but if you drunk and drove once when you were like 14, they're like, you're not allowed in.
But don't you guys wake up with a moose head?
Hey, it's my favorite beer.
Hey, moose juice. Wait, what part of Canada are you from?
Toronto.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
T-Dot?
What did you think?
I literally thought you were from Regina or like Winnipeg or Red Hook. Am I getting them all right?
I don't know what Red Hook is, but I think you think I'm from Regina just because I talk about Regina all the time.
Saskatoon.
I don't sound like Saskatoon. No, I'm more of a city gal.
Can I tell you, you can see I've done a lot of time in Canada. But no, you are, but you're like this wild woman and you are like do a lot of forest videos, and you were good in your forest videos playing the flute. So I thought, oh, this chick's got a lot of like cabin experience. Can I say chick? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying you've really watched my Instagram.
It pops up.
They pop up. Look, I do a lot.
It's funny.
I go to my parents' cottage and I get bored and I get very drunk, and then I think I'm very funny, and I smoke a lot of weed, and then I think these videos are comical, and that's what happens. And I make my parents usually film them, and they don't find them funny. Yeah. They're really unentertained by it.
So you got well, because I have a lot of friends in Canada. I mean, you know, a lot of great comics come from Canada. Just funny people in general. But so you grew up by like, I know all about Thornhill. You're not too far from
Thornhill.
Yeah, you're all by Drake. I know all.
I grew up in East York. Do you know East York?
Ish.
That's the one thing you don't know. East York is like a very small borough of Toronto, and that was like a big. That's where I went to high school. That's where I got arrested. I've been arrested.
For what?
Assault.
Weapon or hand?
No, hand.
Skin to skin.
Yeah, in high school.
A chick or a dude?
Chick. I wish it was a dude. That'd be way more entertaining of a story.
Knocks?
No, I started the fight. My friend kind of beat her down, and then
How much time did you do?
Nothing. I was underage. We got I spent like 3 hours in a cell, and that was it.
Wow.
Yeah, whatever.
Hell in a cell. You know that wrestling match?
No.
Hell in a cell. It's a wrestling thing.
I'm not. I know I seem like I'm a wrestling person, but I'm not.
Yeah, I think you would know it.
I know, because I look and sound like I should wrestle. I honestly wish I got into like WWE. F. What is it?
E now. Used to be F.
It's confusing. Okay, WWE. Did you ever host a wrestling gig?
I've done press at them, no, but I've never hosted them.
What would your wrestling character be? I feel like it'd be. Do you think Trucker Dan right now? You guys
do I
need
look
some
like
grass? I grew it myself in the backyard.
Listen. I can clean up, but it's like post COVID, or is COVID still happening? I guess, and so I just kind of I like groom that version of myself.
Okay, because you were so like fresh, clean cut as a young pup.
I can be that. Should I go back to that?
No. Do you like this?
I've evolved. Well, no. It's just like, what's the point? What's the point of anything? Don't you feel like that?
Sometimes.
It's
very
like
depressing.
No, I mean, the only thing we got is the ability to go on stage and do jokes.
Yes.
I think everything else is dumb.
Yeah, I mean that's not wrong. Are you not auditioning for stuff anymore?
I mean, listen, it's either I get an offer or I got to audition for something. I just think I can't believe they're making me audition.
Yeah.
So it's either I get an offer for something that's going to go to like Pakistan Redbox, or like a 2-episode arc on something, but I'm like, no one's meeting people. It's all self-tapes. And I'm like, what?
I can't do the self-tapes.
No.
I'm so bad at self-tapes.
Or I'll get a good movie that I'll package it together. I usually get offers for like $1 million budgets, and that'll be good.
Yeah.
So I do those if they're good. But I mean, like in terms of Marvel, you got to like get hot, and then, you know what I mean? It's like, what, are you in a Netflix show? Or... Yeah, so I take some of those auditions, but I just think the dance is dumb.
It's also this. We need to go back in person for the auditions. That's where I'm doing my bits.
Where what? In person?
In person auditions.
Oh God, you're a killer.
I'm bombing on the self tapes.
You in the room, forget it all day.
A lot of riffs.
Because you know why? Because you're already going to be great. You're very unique, right? You're original, and you bond.
There's a bond.
And here's the other thing. Is this person I want to spend 6 weeks with in Regina? Are they going to be chill? And I would say, yeah, she's going to be chill in Regina.
What about when you did your first, like, your big roles? Was that also in person?
Yes.
Yeah,
big time. I'm like you. Like, I went, it's crazy because I think about some of the movies I got, and I don't know if I can bring this up, but you get auditions, and sometimes directors come from other countries, so they stay in a big hotel suite. And I've auditioned in hotel suites, but nothing nefarious.
Oh,
and no, but it's like
me.
If you ever see like Entourage, where like, do you ever see that episodes where you have like final auditions and stuff? And there's like,
really
but that was normal.
Yeah,
and it was like you'd go to the chateau and you'd meet a director in the lobby, and they'd have like a whole separate room, and you like a 4 actors.
Okay, that makes more sense than some guys fucking
no
in a robe, fucking
no, not
half
like
mask peeking out, and you're like,
no.
Do I start now? Like, what the fuck?
Should I slate?
And then Louis just peeks out of the bathroom. He's like, oh, it's not my time yet.
Yeah. No, but it's like it was artistically friendly. You know what I'm saying? So now Now everything is so corporatized. So
I saw
it's like,
somebody in a car on the way here, mask on, driving alone. That's bonkers.
looking in the mirror back at them going 6 feet. That's so you know how you know you're funny? You laugh. I can't. That's what I love about you.
Because I laugh? I don't laugh
Yes.
at my own stuff on stage.
No,
that was funny.
You laugh. Let me tell you. I'm all over the place. There's a great comic who was kind of the original, like I consider the alternative generation, Janine Garofalo, legend, and she was so intense on stage and hilarious, but off stage, if you made her laugh, she laughed, and you're like that where. If a good comic will always laugh, when comics that don't laugh, I'm always beware of them. Don't you think?
That's a good point.
Because I think if they don't laugh, they're insecure.
They are insecure and they're trying to show something.
Yes.
I get really not offended, but it really irks me when comics on stage laugh at themselves at a joke that I've seen them do 448 times. That weird like giggle. I'm like, bitch, is that part of the bit now? Because it's not funny.
Well,
that's not funny. Like if you say a riff on stage and you're like, okay, fuck, that's
Yes.
kind of funny. Like I just thought of that on the spot. You know, I've done that a couple times, but this is like, you know the bit, you know the punchline, and you're like, after I'm like, it's bizarre.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot
where
of
people
that.
help. That's called the sell. They do the sell.
Okay, they're really upselling that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've seen those.
We've seen those.
Yeah, and it was a great clip I saw with Louis the other day and Rogan, and he said, if you're going to deliver the joke and it's uncomfortable, sit in it.
Yeah.
Sit in the fucking bit. And even if the audience is uncomfortable, they'll love your confidence for sitting in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was a beautiful tip.
And it can become funny if you're going to deliver a joke and you don't have confidence in your own bit, it's not going to do well. Like if you're looking, I've been like, with a tape all our fucking shit now and cut clips together. So I'm watching a lot of my stand up and I can tell when I'm doing a joke that's new and I'm not fully confident. I'll like look at the ground and I won't like sell it. And I'm like, yeah, bombs, because I'm bombing doing it. I'm not saying it the way it should be said or saying it with any sort of like, listen to what I'm saying right now. I'm like, looking down, whatever. I'm like, this is not how it's supposed to be said. You've been on the road a lot, right?
Yes.
Have you? I got to tell a story.
Tell me a story.
This is psychotic. Because I just got the clip back today, so I rewatched it. Okay, I pissed off a guy so badly in Milwaukee. Bad.
Where'd
Do you piss
play?
people off?
Yeah, all the time. Have you met me?
But do they get like viscerally mad at you?
Meaning, what's a big word?
Like, okay, like, I mean, like in the room, they're pissed off and they like want to leave, or they start,
in the crowd?
Yes.
Yeah, I've had that. I mean, it's no offense, it's more Karens. Mostly
Okay.
Karens out there.
So you have women getting mad at you.
All the time. White women. Yeah, you ever watch my clips? Tons of them. Before Karens, I called them the triple dubs. Do you know what that is?
No.
The white wine warriors. They're always women that would
okay.
drink 2 glasses of Franzia. They would come from accounts receivable, 6 p.m. They're pregame. They're at the 8 o'clock show at Tempe. By 8:30, they're up in your ass.
Okay.
9:30, they're grabbing you at the meet and greet, pulling you down, and they're drunk. Take a picture, ass. Oh, I gotta pay. I gotta pay for a piece of merch. Well, you got your fucking show.
Yeah.
That was your show.
Yeah.
Now, do you want the free? You know what I mean? It's all that.
Okay.
And they interrupt, and they usually, the dudes don't step, because if a dude steps, that means it's gonna fight.
Okay.
Very rarely, but it happens, and it's a long story, but the craziest step I ever had was in Ouya in Vancouver.
Really?
At the Yuck Yucks there.
At the Yuck Yucks
Yeah,
in
it's a
Vancouver.
long story. I'll tell you another time. But that was the craziest
excited.
one of all time.
Well, I'll tell you mine. Maybe you'll want to tell yours after.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
May I? Go ahead.
We can be crazy, and I'm trying to keep it together, but I feel like you and I could just end up going, come on! Like, oh, Jesus
You
Christ.
are holding it in. You're like holding the seat. Like
I'm just waking up. I'm like, you're like, you have to talk
waking
about
up,
body
it's
mold.
2 p.m.
I know, and I thought you would get that. You're an animal like
I'm
me,
up at
and that's
7
a compliment.
a.m.
Really?
Yes. I don't sleep. It's upsetting. I'd love to sleep.
But don't you do shows?
Yes,
Aren't
I'm
you up all
exhausted.
night scrolling?
I was up till 2 editing clips last night like an idiot.
So
I
you
don't wanna
don't
be up.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't get tired?
I'm nothing but tired. All I
Okay.
am is tired.
Okay. All right. But you're still I know. You have anxiety.
I think I have anxiety and I have a dog and she's always gawking at me to piss in the morning. She needs her morning piss. Gets very upset with that morning piss. I feel her eyeballs burning through my skull.
Is the dog a therapy dog?
I
Or your
mean,
friend?
kind of. I guess she is. I mean, I was depressed before I got her. Now I'm happy. Let me tell this. Okay, so I'm in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I'm doing the show at the Improv. Great shows. Have you done the Milwaukee Improv?
No.
Oh fuck! You gotta go.
I gotta go.
You gotta go. Fun shows. Sold out one of them. Couldn't believe it.
You don't have to brag.
I am. I have to brag. I didn't know I had a fucking following in Milwaukee. It's insane.
Okay.
So one night, this guy's, you know when people are just loudly talking for no reason? Loudly, no reason. I'm like, what's going on over here? Very loud ordering. He goes, I'm eating a fucking carrot. And I'm like, all right, well, can you eat the carrot a little quieter? What's going on here?
Yeah, so just to interrupt, we can deal with anything, but table talk is the one thing
you can't.
because they're just ignoring you.
Yeah.
If they don't engage, so okay, that is kind of napalm for us.
Yes. So it was. I guess the waitress had cleared the thing off, and he was just very loudly talking to her. And then I was like, "Hello," not.
He said he dropped the F-bomb carrot.
So he's like, "You want? Yeah, fucking carrot." I'm like, "Okay." And then I squinted out to look at this guy, and I'm like, "Okay, this is going to be an issue." Baggy sweater, looked soiled, like gross head and face, like just gross man. Just sitting there, big gut, like leaning back, like one of these, like looks like a swollen penis, just sitting in a sweatshirt. You know
Swollen penis.
Yeah, swollen penis man.
With a stained shirt.
Yeah, stained shirt, swollen penis man.
Can we say big fatso? Can you say big
he
fatso? Is that illegal?
Why am I laughing so hard at big fatso?
Because you can't say it anymore.
You can't say big
Can't even
fatso.
say husky.
You can say
Remember husky?
You would say husky.
Can't. It's
Yes,
crime.
you can.
No, it's racist.
No,
Can't
it's
say it.
not. A husky.
It's huskiest.
Husky isn't racist.
Yes, it is.
Big fatso might be upsetting. Husky is kind of a turn on. If someone, don't call me husky, but if you call a man husky, if someone's like, look at that husky bitch, I'd be like,
Husky.
that's offensive.
Huskles.
Huskles is cute.
Huskies. Okay.
Little huskle.
Huskles. Little huskle. Go ahead. So you're with a
So I'm staring at this penis in a sweater.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Do you want the carrot?" And we had this weird interaction. I'm like, "I don't want the carrot." I'm like, "What do you do for work?" And he yells out, "I'm an inner city landlord."
Oh, he's slumlord.
Oh, everyone immediately starts booing. A whole crowd reacts. And I go, well. And there's 4 cops in the front row. And I go, well, don't you guys look pretty fucking good now? And the crowd's like getting into it now. I'm like, okay. Everyone's like, I got them juiced. So then I'm like, he goes, and every day I go to work with an 86 on my hip and some other gun in his car. And I was like, huh, odd. And the crowd now is everyone went down to 0 because they're like, well, this guy has a gun on him now. And I was like, is it open carry?
Yeah, it's open carry.
And they're like, no. And I was like, okay. So I look at the cops and they're kind of like, everyone's kind of like, so the girls in front of him is like 4 younger women. And I see them all lean forward. I'm like, okay, everyone's uncomfortable. So I need to like lighten this. So I go, why do you need 2 guns? I go, you're that aggressive as a landlord. I'm like, it's January 2nd, pay up. And I'm like doing this bit. So he's not laughing. He's not laughing at it. The crowd is. He's very upset.
Okay.
So it kind of goes on, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, you know what? This is kind of scaring me now, whatever. So I keep kind of going on. He goes, do you want the fucking carrot or not? And I go, I'd rather fuck these 4 cops right now, right here, without them wanting me to do it, than eat your fucking carrot.
Is this post that lady cop?
Yes.
That's post the lady cop who fucked all those cops?
No, that's me saying that. I said, I'd rather
But you know about
fuck
the lady
cops.
cop?
No.
Oh, there's a lady cop that just fucked 5 cops.
Really?
Yeah, so that was perfect timing for that.
Oh my God, I wish I knew this. Look at you. You know all the ins and outs of the cop fucking.
No, it was in the paper. You know the paper.
You read?
It's on my Twitter feed. Call that the paper.
Yeah.
Ask him. I bet he knows, so it's even more perfect.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the show's going on now. I go, I'm going to leave this because I'm freaked out because he mentioned the gun thing, whatever. So I keep going. He yells something else out. Now we're nearing 40 minutes of the show. Okay. He yells something else. He yells something else out. He goes, "You better fucking watch yourself." And I go, oopsies. I go, sorry. I go, was that a threat? And the cops in the front row now they're like, okay. So they're kind of looking back to see who this guy is because they're like, something's up. And then his girlfriend yells out, "Yeah, you better fucking watch it." And I'm like, I'm getting off stage. I was like, okay. And I was like, I saw the light and I had 5 more minutes. I was like, no, I'm good now. Thank you guys. I'm like, I'm legit. I said to the mic, I'm like, I'm legit kind of freaked out. I don't get freaked out a lot. I'm like, thanks for coming out. I'm out of here. So I go to the back immediately.
Well, is your closer?
Manager comes. That closed on me leaving the fuck out of there.
Your closer is I'm uncomfortable?
My closer was, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm like, the guy's gonna shoot me in the face. The guy was pissed.
You didn't do a rap closer?
No, I was pissed. I got the fuck off. I was like, this is, I've upset guys before, but I've never, this was a new level.
We have to go back to that.
We're gonna go, yes.
About why you upset guys. I want to hear this. I have an observation.
I want to hear your observation. So anyways, I go in the back. I don't do a meet and greet because I'm freaked out. The guy goes outside.
Fuck, he cost you money.
Well, I don't pay for meet and greets anyway.
No, but merch.
No, I didn't bring merch. I
Okay.
hate selling. I feel embarrassed.
I know.
They're going,
I know. You have someone help you. Someone help you. No, it's like your hoodies and shit.
Yeah, I hate it. Do you do that?
Fuck yeah, people pay.
I know.
Too much?
No,
Go
I
ahead.
should.
And
Okay,
it's branding.
I know I should.
Go ahead.
I have stuff. Okay, so I go in the back. One of the girls, he runs out apparently right after, standing outside, outside the thing, going, getting like
No, Knuckles,
like Knuckles, like staring at the doors, and they had to call. So it's attached to a mall. They had to call mall security. Mall security had to come get this guy the fuck out of there. I'm like, what was he gonna do?
He was
Punch me in the face? Like, what was this guy? And like, he was older. He was probably like 60s. Not older, I'm not saying 60s or older, but like he was like, mid 60s, overweight. I could take him.
Yeah.
If you're listening, I could take you. I could take him.
So what happened?
That was it. They got mall security. They got him the fuck out of there. They got him into his car and like made him leave.
Where's the chick?
She left, and she was also way younger. That was really creepy. And they said they weren't together for very long. I was like, the whole thing's bizarre.
Where were the cops?
No cops, just mall security, which is hilarious.
Paul Blart?
Paul Blart.
They blarted you.
Yeah, and apparently the mall cop has like 3 teeth too. And I'm like, that guy's not gonna be threatening. He's like, hey, get out of here. And he's got.
This is a great advertisement for the Milwaukee Improv. 5
and
shows.
for the dentist in Milwaukee, you should get some more work done.
Wait a minute.
Bizarre.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts? Yeah.
That's crazy.
I would be fine if he didn't mention the guns. The guns are what set me off.
Is it an open carry state?
No.
Ooh. And you're Canadian.
And
although
I'm
you're
Canadian.
Torontonian, which is kind of like LA head or New York head.
Sure.
It's not like if they said that in another part of Canada where it's a little more rough and tumble.
I think.
But that you just grew up in the city.
I
So
think at one point
you're a
too,
city girl.
I did mention that I could fight him. I'm like, I've been arrested. I said it on to his face, and then he's like, I'm like, no guns. I can probably kick your ass, and I think that set him off. I think, and I also usually, if I'm pissing a man off, I'll say something stupid like, oh, it's because you have a small dick, or you haven't seen your penis in 5 years.
Right
I
to
said
the
nothing.
cock.
I go right to the cock.
Right to the cock.
Gets them. If I said you have a
Can't
small
pee
dick
over
right
your
now,
balls, something like that.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Like, yeah.
Would you be offended? Don't you get offended if someone said you have a small cock, or you don't care? You're like,
I mean,
it's all that ayahuasca I've been.
Well, it's
sucking.
like I mean, I would say it's cold in here or something. You know.
Yeah. You get really defensive. It's cold. My penis needs. I usually have a heat sack under it, but not today.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was upset, and it was weird. It was bizarre.
Let me tell you something. The weirdest. That's one of the top weirdest heckles.
Odd.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable.
And I go to states and I never think about the open carry shit. But it's crazy because Tempe, and I have some great shows there. And
Tempe's great.
And like I was just in San Antonio, had great shows, but it's like all open carry. And so I wouldn't think of that, but that's fucking weird. You had 4 cops here, so you think that would be cool.
And he was like, they're on my side. They're like, no, we're not. Also, some clubs now are doing like the store frisks they have like a baton to see for like weapons and shit. The Philly Punchline had same thing. They have like a little baton thing.
Home. That's my home. My old home.
Philly?
Yeah, but the Punchline's new. It wasn't there when I was growing up, but it's a beautiful club.
It is, yeah.
So the fact that they're checking for weapons shows you it got intense because I haven't played it since they did that. So
really?
Wow.
Maybe you're the last one.
Yeah, I'm the last one. They were like weapon free.
Jamie was here. We need to bring the weapons back.
Bring the. But can I? So, a woman that sometimes opened for me, very funny. Her name is Sandy Gelfond, and she dated a guy, and she went on a first date before she was married. And the guy, she's very funny. She said something that was a joke, and they were both laughing. And he goes, "That'll be enough of that." And she goes, "And that will be enough of you," and like dumped him. And she's like, "Guys have, these weird dudes that are like." So I'm wondering if you encounter that a lot. I love a funny woman.
No, I would say majority men don't like me.
Wow, I love a funny woman.
I know, but because you're a confident man.
After sex, then you have like a tight 5.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I love a romp and a laugh. Yeah. That's the best
Not
thing.
in the middle of it though.
No,
you don't want to be like, you want.
I can really picture you.
Too much. Went too far.
I mean,
A romp and a laugh. See how you kept
nice.
it love boat? You kept it sweet.
It's nice to have a
rompy.
romp and a laugh.
Yeah.
That's the best. Also, sex is gross and funny. It's disgusting, especially right after you're both wet and you stink and it's gross and you've done weird stuff. I don't know what to
If
tell
a
you.
guy is wet, it's not so much the guy is wet. It's
Everyone's wet.
Someone
afterwards.
made him wet.
There's a dew on both humans afterwards. It's It's like they just both crawled out of a well. It's a dewy situation. Everyone's. You don't think it's gross? It stinks. That after sex stink.
I would never think you would be like that. The way you act on stage, I think you'd be like,
I'd be a
bathe in it, enjoy it. Let it wash over you. Like that's the vibe you give off. Like you should have a hoodie that says "Let it wash over you."
Okay, now you're making my merch for me. Good.
It's just bathe. No, I did a movie. You remember? I did a movie called Three Kings, and we had to put all this milk. It's a long story. In the late '90s, it was about the Gulf War, and milk splashed everywhere because we were soldiers and we had to deliver
Real milk?
Yeah, so it was like a fake milk.
Okay.
And
That's so much
the AD was from London, and he had all these extras, and so you have to get them to get in the middle of it. And he was out there, and they just were standing there, and he's like, bathe in it, let it wash over you. You've never had milk, and he was like, oh shit, and you reminded me of that with sex do for some reason. That just synapsed.
Good. That's what
you know.
you're
Like me. You sit something in, it sparks a memory. I'm sure.
I think that's most people.
What's your sign?
Pisces.
Okay, we get along. That's
What's
crazy.
yours?
You're not emo.
I'm not emo?
Yeah. I had an ex-girlfriend who was a Pisces. My brother's a Pisces. They eventually get emo.
They get emo?
Yeah. They like, why'd you say that?
Oh, I see. That's what your idea of emo is, just being a pussy. What is your sign?
Gemini.
Okay.
All 33 of us should get together.
Are you like big into sign stuff?
Listen, can I tell you this?
Okay.
I have been in movies. I've been in TV. I've done coffee shops, and I've played 6,000 people in Iceland.
Okay.
And I have 4 sisters, a dominating mother. We went to Catholic school. I went to 3 different therapists, started at 16, and in my 20s, and my 30s, and my 40s. I've done a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. And I say all the stuff because you get to know people through our job. Mm-hmm. And I went to the last therapist, and I said, there's just some shit that I feel is fucking with my sign. And she's like, you know what, honey? She's an older Jewish lady, legend. Went to like fucking Harvard. She's like, I'm starting to believe this shit too. I swear there's something to it. So I believe there's a little bit to it. I don't want to be like a hippie crunchy, but there is something to it if you look at the traits.
Okay.
So, yeah, but we get along. I hate to sound like a Portland person.
No. Now that's going to get you canceled.
Was that statist?
No, I don't think so.
People from Portland.
They know what they're doing. They're all wearing Velcro sandals. And they're not clipping their toenails, and they're clomping around.
But it's like granola and
it's granola, and
like,
everyone stinks.
I like your energy.
Yeah, the energy, aka they don't wash. They wash with like rags and not soap. Do you use soap? I feel like you use like a weird exfoliant that's like made from a piece of bark that you. That you found outside.
I need to shower more, but it's funny. But I would think that you to see.
Well, how often are you showering?
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I can't tell you. You be
not once a day.
No, once a day.
Jamie.
Wow, I'm surprised at you. You look like you're the type of woman that would that would love to live in a man's stench.
This honker of a nose, it's too much for me. I smell too much.
No, but you like a manly smell. You like a smell.
I like some stinks. I will say I like some, not manly. Okay, the difference between manly and between your chode fucking getting some cheese down there.
No, cheese chode. We're not talking about cheese chode. There's powder for that. There's wipes for that. Yeah.
Okay, well, you're white. Okay.
All right, easy on that.
I'm just picturing
a man. You don't want a cologne.
I don't want a cologne. I like a stink. I like a working man smell.
You're too surprising so far. One, you don't like the after sex do, and you want someone a little clean.
I need a clean. But I need a flosser.
Yeah, you gotta have a good. Floss. I brush my teeth every day and floss and all that. Okay. Yeah, all the body parts are correct. I'm just saying sometimes I don't hit the fucking head every day. The shower.
Okay.
But by the way,
wait, your body goes in the shower, but your head just.
No, I'll do like a little French. You know what I'm saying?
A little horse bath.
Yeah, but I mean, you're
putting your dick in the sink, is what you're saying.
Orifices are getting wiped.
Okay.
Teeth.
You're wiping the holes.
Yeah. That's a way to put. God,
I just need to make sure Jamie Kennedy's washing his holes.
Holes are being washed, but a lot. I'm not going to name names, but a lot of actors stink.
No, I didn't know that.
Legends stink.
So is this your thing? You're going for
Well, here's the thing, and I understand why now, because let's say you do 3-4 movies in a row, TV show, tour. You get off 5 a.m., you're in the makeup chair, blah, 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 and on set, the coffee, fucking burrito, blah, blah, blah. 5-6 days of this, right? You fucking are a zombie. Okay. So people are patting your ass, doing stuff, and you just, normal shit is like, and then your day off, after a tour, aren't you like...
Yeah, so but I'm scrubbing my orifices.
Yeah, of course, what I'm saying is it's when you're crazy for a while, you get tired. But I'm clean. I'm just saying I don't fucking scrub. But I would think that you wouldn't mind that.
I don't. I have a very sensitive sniff thing because I have a big nose. I feel like I smell too much, and I get
because you have a bigger nose.
I'm convinced I have a greater sense of smell.
Because you probably smell just as much as everybody else.
I don't think so. I am convinced that I smell more, and I can smell things from far away. I can tell you right now, every male comic, mostly men, that have bad breath in Los Angeles.
Ooh.
No, you don't. I've never smelled yours.
Thank God.
I've never smelled yours.
Okay,
but there's some pungent. Mold. It's floss smell. Yeah, it's halitosis. It's bad. I talk about this all the time, but
Scrub your tongue.
I should get. Yeah, I have a tongue scrubber. It feels good.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
What do you have again? It's not how you do it at all.
That is how you do it. It's a tongue thing.
You go like this.
With what's that? With floss?
No, it bends.
No, I have a special I have a tongue thing. I'll send you my tongue.
Oh, you have the one-hander.
I got the one-hander. Oh, wow. You got a really strong tongue. You need a double hand.
I double-hand it.
Okay, wait. You try to slip this out without me commenting on it.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot happening. You mentioned you thought this was going to be normal? You thought this was going to be...
shoes. No, but I like it.
Okay. You said something about moles. You tossed it in there when I said we're talking about body stuff, and you whispered something about moles. Are you a mole man?
I don't have any moles.
Oh, you said moles. I thought you were going to say you're like a mole man.
No. I mean, I like moles.
Or you have a bunch of moles that you're hiding.
No, I don't have a bunch of moles.
You have a bunch of skin tags you're hiding into there?
No. Oh. Those are aggressive because they look like a freckle.
No, they're raised.
Yeah, they're raised.
Okay, do you have any health thing? What's your body stuff? You must have something.
I got a lot of stuff. What do you want to know? Apparently, my showering's not good enough for you. What is it that you want to know?
What have you had something internally crazy? If you had a weird rash or weird.
Oh, weird.
Have you been to the hospital for something? Have you had surgeries?
Tons of surgeries.
What are the surgeries?
But you want to get deep or you want to keep it light?
Well, I mean,
I thought we were talking about a
infection.
I can tell you one story.
Okay.
Is I have only one kidney.
Okay.
And so I lost my kidney in the early 90s. And
you just woke up one day, you're like, where the hell is it?
No, I had crazy ass pain. Long story, I was broke, living in a guest room of a house, of a garage, but I was starting to break. I was starting to get notice from a channel called MTV, remember them? And I remember your fellow Canuck, Harlan, was also getting notice from MTV and Jim Brewer, and we're all they would give little holding deals. And they would say, hey, we like these 5 comics, give them a little something, and they'll hold them for 6 months, and you develop something.
Okay.
And so I was lived on the west side in a little garage, and every day I would drive to Santa Monica where their offices were, and talk about, what about this idea? Or what about, and they were really cool. They would let you do 2 minutes, and so they would put you on the channel in little excerpts. But every day I was having pains, and I went to the doctor, and they're like, we gotta look more. And long story boring is they end up finding out that my fucking kidney was fucked up. So
how does it, just for nothing, or are you eating poorly or something?
Well, I mean, now we're gonna get into the medical portion of the show, but you asked. So I wrote a book and it's in there, but basically you have something called a ureter.
Okay.
And the ureter goes to your kidney that goes to your bladder. So mine was twisted. Okay. So basically through birth or something, and through the years, X amount of urine didn't escape.
Oh.
So it made the kidney get bigger and bigger and bigger through years. Just a teeny bit that didn't escape. Yes.
Piss-filled kidney.
Piss-filled kidney. That's the way to... Wow, that sounds like a tour. Piss-filled kidney. Oh, that's aggressive. And so...
Well, this is what it sounds like you're saying to me.
It was.
Okay.
So the thing was huge, and why it was...
Wow.
Pain
Did you
because
see it? No, you couldn't see it. It was internal.
No, but at one point I couldn't fucking Like I'm barely walking. I'm like, what the fuck? So I went in, and the doctor was German. He's like, your kidney is the size of a watermelon. And I was like, what? He's like, we must drain the kidney. And then they went in. Long story. They put a fucking thing through your fucking Donkadukel.
What thing?
Yeah, it's called a stent.
Oh, I know.
And it goes through the exit door. Yeah.
Wait.
The Donkaduke.
Okay, it goes in the Donkaduke. Where's the other piece go?
The stuff. You ever stuff a hot dog with cheese? Stuffing the stuff.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
asked what.
I know exactly what you're saying.
They stuff
Yes,
a fucking tube up
in
your
your
fucking
piss hole.
up your fucking.
And then where's the
schnank hole.
And then they suck it out. Like I don't understand.
So
what
no,
happens
it
now.
goes through. You're asleep, and then they go through, and then it's like just X amount length, and then it goes and it connects to your body, and it becomes that what the thing wasn't working. So they drains the kidney over like 4 weeks. You wake up and you're like, you can't piss, and then when you do piss, it's like blood because it's like not supposed to do that. But I'm lucky because it was like done. I was young.
And then they took the kidney out.
So then they drain it. So it went from this to this, like the tiniest, like dehydrated pee. And he's like, your kidney is now the size of a pea. It is no good. And I'm like, dude, what do you mean? Let's just keep it. He goes, no, it could infect your whole body.
It was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It was Arnold
training for a role.
So, long story boring is they took it out. And I was one of the first people that had this procedure. He said,
really?
at UCLA. It was a crazy story. I had no money, but it was a blessing. He was an angel, and he did it at a county hospital because I was a test case. It was crazy. But long story boring is it's something called laparoscopic.
Yes. Okay.
So it used to be they would cut you open and you'd have a big ass scar like a shark. And then it was just like tiny little holes.
Yeah.
You suck it out.
Yeah. Did you get to say bye to it?
I didn't say bye.
They give you like,
I don't know where it was.
And you woke up from
bye, P.
You woke up. He's like, I'm going to miss you. You're my favorite test subject. And he's just kissing.
But
that's so odd.
It was odd. Some people would keep it in a fucking jar.
They might. Oh yeah. And every night they're like, good night.
Good night.
See you in the morning.
But I haven't had an issue since.
Really? That's a pretty invasive one.
And I haven't drank in a while though. But I used to drink, and that never affected me. But maybe it did. But I haven't drank in a little while. Not that I'm sober. I feel better.
How long have you been?
I haven't drank in over 4 years. Isn't that weird?
I thought you were gonna say like a couple months.
No, I just happened
4 years.
because I was getting so puffy.
Puffed out. Oh, puffy face back.
And I was like, you can get into bad habits if you're on the road or you're on set and you're sitting there and at the room and a little glass of wine. I just want to sleep, and that becomes 2. I'm not even saying an alcoholic, but I would wake up and I would have a glass of wine. I feel like someone punched me in the fucking face. And so I was like, and now I think there's a big thing. A lot of comics are drinking less.
Yep.
Because you feel better if you don't. I hate that. But I used to drink. I love drinking. But I think there's other ways to feel good in a weird way.
There is, especially the road stuff when you wake up and you're hungover as fuck. You're like, oh, I have 2 more shows tonight. That's in Philly. I did the exact thing.
So I did 6 shows this weekend at Kimmel in Vegas. It's an amazing club. And I have to tell you, the weekend went so fast. And I'm like, how did it go so fast? It used to be longer. And I think when I drank, I would just be dragging.
Oh, yeah.
But I felt like this shit was just moving.
And you're I think you're quicker, obviously, when you're on stage and you're not fucking buzzed or hammered. Like, I've had times where I've been like, oopsies, sometimes I do like one sip. Like, Pete Lee was on here talking about how he always has drink on stage. I do like having one to kind of loosen up. But, like, when you're on fucking show 6, you're like, I'm dead. On a Sunday show too, I'm like, this is a huge mistake.
But Sunday shows, I think, can be the best because they're super fans if they come out on a Sunday.
That's true. Thursdays are my favorite.
Thursdays are amazing.
Thursday. It's young people who want to laugh. They're in a fucking mood to jizz around. I tried going
to jizz around.
To spit everywhere. I tried going.
What happened in Philly?
Sopping wet. I've been drinking what? Philly? Oh, I got hammered. I went to the Always Sunny bar. Whatever the old bar is. And I walked in and I got recognized by someone. She's like, holy fuck, it's Steph Tolev. And then I was like, huh? And then her and her husband got me fucking hammered. And I was like, well, I know. And I was like, well, and then I was a bag of shit for the rest of the weekend. Like 2-day hangover, like horrible.
Were you solo?
No, I had my openers with me, one of my openers.
And so you were still hungover the whole
Oh, yeah.
weekend.
Yeah. And then I saw a dead cat the next morning. It really shook me. It was like rigor mortis in the street. And I was like, well, that's upsetting. Yeah, I really didn't like that. Your town's disgusting. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, there's issues right now.
But I'm going to Dallas next weekend. And I'm like, I got to have a drink in Dallas.
You're going to love it. You've never played it?
No.
Oh, Addison?
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
Okay, good.
You're going to fucking love it. They're going to love you.
up.
No, it's great. There's a good little bar about a couple blocks away, and they have really good, like, if you like good beers.
I do love good beer.
Well, they have like the Belgians and shit.
Baby loves a Belgian.
Baby loves a Belgian.
Loves a Belgian.
Baby loves a.
So wait, that was your, okay, so you don't drink anymore. That was your big.
No, I might drink again, but honestly, I'm getting into this crazy spot in my life where I'm like, I've lived.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
I've done it. And now I'm like into like
tired.
Physical fitness.
Yeah, what are you doing? What's your workout? You skip rope? What is that? Jump rope?
I
What is that?
just do yoga.
Yoga? You want hot yoga?
You don't even need to do it hot, but you can. But I stretch.
Okay.
So there's a lot of shit. Here's where I'm at in my life. My life, things are simple. We've overcomplicated everything. And so all you got to do is pull-ups and dips and stretches and crunches and push-ups. That's about it.
At home. You're doing this all by yourself at home?
You could do it at home. I have a gym, and where I'm at, I can go there. But if I'm on the road, you can go there. I believe this or not, walking.
Walking is good.
Huge.
Turns out walking is quite good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's bizarre that I didn't think that. I was like, I gotta run. I'm like, I'm not running. My knees hurt. My sciatica is acting up when I run. It's a normal walk.
And calorie shit. You don't have to eat a lot. You eat basic, simple, good foods.
Yeah, no.
Fasting, intermittent fasting. I do that.
I tried that. I couldn't fucking get behind that.
You can do it.
I don't know. I probably can. But again, also drinking leads to me pigging out.
Yes.
Okay, wait, I wanted to say something about the stint, the
it.
penis, the pig. I was trying to think of something when you.
This penis man.
The penis man. No. You're a health stuff. Okay, that was your.
That was my health. We were having a good time, and then you made it like a medical pod.
Because that's the podcast. God damn it!
But you're just so funny by yourself. You don't need to have a theme.
I like the theme.
I hate this chair. Listen to this fucking
The chair's
chair.
bad. I always have a medical problem. That's the issue.
You did?
I always do. I always have something going on.
But you're healthy.
I know, but there's always something weird going on. I always have a rash. My hives actually just
went away.
Do you want
me to change chairs?
God. You get on and off chairs very aggressively.
Right? Ooh, this one. See what they wanted me to do?
Yeah, they wanted you to sit on the mic and do a big gag.
Yeah, they wanted me to squat on that thing.
Did you ever do spoof movies? I'm trying to bring back a spoof movie. We should do a spoof movie together.
What do you want to do? That was a weird transition.
I know
Have you ever done a spoof? Would you like to squat on that microphone?
That made me think of it.
Would you like to do a spoof movie?
Have you ever done one? I want to bring them back.
But I don't think of them as spoof movies. I think of them as comedies. Listen to this fucking chair. The other one started now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I can't even hear that.
Okay, it's better.
Look, the podcast. Look, we're still chatting. I just like. Okay. I don't have any more.
Do you want to hear my Vancouver heckle?
Yes, I do.
Did you know I did a movie called Heckler?
I did not.
You gotta watch it. It's mandatory.
Okay. I don't think I've only seen Scream that you've been in.
Do you know anything about me? Thank you. Do you think you're interviewing Jamie Foxx right now? You don't know what, or Jamie Oliver, the chef?
Look, I don't
Jamie
think
Presley.
I don't know anything about anybody.
I love this about you. Did you like Heckler, bro? Mandatory? You gotta watch it.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it tonight.
So it's on like
what's it on?
Tubi or some shit.
Well, I don't have that, so I'm not watching it.
It's an app.
Do you have a VCR I can borrow?
I have those, by the way. So I didn't have this heckle in because it was already done, the movie. But Heckler's a movie, and it's all about heckling.
Yeah,
Figured that.
yeah, I got that.
So wait, there's two stories from Canada. I'm trying to think of the craziest. I'll give you this one.
Okay, give me.
I had
lucky me.
I had I had two of them, but I'm trying to make it quick because there's a lot I want to cover with you on your podcast.
Okay.
I'm doing a show. I think it's Yuck Yucks. I'm pretty sure it was Yuck Yucks. It's the only place, but there are alternative shows, but that's kind of the, that's the only place up there. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing the show, and there's this big ass
fatso.
No, is a big ass black man, right?
Now I feel bad saying that part's getting out of it.
Muscular as hell, and this pretty skinny, hot ass white chick. Mm-hmm. And I did something. I did a Canada thing. I don't remember. And I was like annoyed. And I was like, Canada, all you got to do is fucking put a little puck in the stick. And you guys are, oh yeah, and so happy. And people were laughing. And I was like, you could just get tin foil and put it, oh yeah, just hit the stick. And oh yeah. And I was, whatever. And people liked it. And this huge ass dude goes, fuck you, man. Fuck you. You don't know Canada. Fuck you, bro. Like this. But it's weird because he was Jamaican. But I'm doing a weird accent.
I know, I was like that. I was like, that
and he was like, "Fuck you,
man.
bro." And I said, "Bro, what?" I go, "What are you?" I go, "You're not Canadian either." I go, "You're Jamaican." And it goes, "Fuck you, bro, but I live here now." And I go, "Don't you have a bobsled to like anchor, like something stupid, whatever it comes to?" And he goes, "Fuck you, bro." And he fucking said something else. We're back and forth. This is the only time a big muscular man was serious about it. I said something else. We were going back and forth, and he just kept on, but fuck you, bro. Because I pissed him off because I talked shit about Canada. And then I said, dude, I go, isn't her lunch break over? Don't you have to get her back on the track? Do you know what that means?
Back to like a no, I don't know what that means.
Wow!
Like she's like a drug addict?
No, she's a hoe, and he was her pimp.
Oh, track. Okay.
Because he was all dressed to the nines. It was a joke. And he goes, fuck! And he rushes the stage.
No.
Yes, I have it somewhere on tape. And God bless him. You want to talk about the best security ever. Canada, too, because they have the big guys up there.
Yeah.
And these two guys, I want to say they're Native Americans, but they're not. They're Native Canadians, but they're of Indian descent. Rush the stage. Stop him before he gets to me. And he's like, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Like back and forth. And she's like, fuck you.
What are you doing? Were you like...
I'm like this. I go, what's up, dog? Like, of course I'm feeling as confident as ever because I got two huge Samoans blocking this dude, right? But they needed all of their strength. This dude was aggro. So... he's like, fuck you, mother boy, American. And she's sitting there. I sit him down there like they're trying to take him out. I go, don't take him out. Don't take him out. Because I feel myself when I'm on stage. I feel like that's our safe space. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I get weirdly confident. Like I feel like there's a weird zone, right? I said, let him stay. He stays. I said, bro, I'm going to finish the show and you're not going to rush the stage. And they stayed on either side of him. And I go, and you're going to understand that these are jokes. We went back and forth, back and forth. I somehow got back into the show.
And the crowd, what did the crowd do?
The crowd was loving it. They were uncomfortable, but they eventually got it. I only had like 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the stage, I said, bro, let's make this right. And I said, come on stage. He came on stage with the other 2 guys, so they watch him. And I said, hug it out. And this motherfucker hugged me, squeezed me hard, but they were there. They had like a hand between each of them, so they could like peel him off.
Oh my God.
And we hugged it out. He was mad. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, but you came at me. I came at you. I go, I'm sorry, bro. I never broke eye contact with him. Never. When you're looking at somebody, you got to always right there, right there. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the forest and it's the end of the world, just keep it. Shh. It'll be over soon. You know what I'm saying? Too much.
I don't know what that part was. I was on board for the rest of it. Yeah. God damn it.
That was like, it's like a survival skill.
Okay.
That was a survival joke. So I looked at him and we hugged it out, and then fucking boom. He came out and he was very cool.
Wow.
But yeah.
What a turn of events.
Yes. Wait, did that freak you out? I went, shh. That was.
Oh, I was like, I don't know what that. I just didn't know what it was. You were killing somebody in the woods.
What? Yeah, it's like if you are with someone's attacking you in the woods, and it's like.
Okay. You're like, okay, keep it quiet. You don't want to wake the wildlife.
Like they'll kill you. Did you ever see movies like that where they kill you and they go, it'll be over soon?
Oh, okay.
It was a joke. Jesus, you got so weirded out.
I was like, Jamie Kennedy's gonna kill me. No,
not you.
That guy that was. Okay, that's.
But you understand about the eye contact?
Yeah, I do. I haven't broken eye contact this whole time. I don't think I've blinked.
I know.
It's too much.
God, I feel weird. You got freaked out there.
No, I just didn't know what the hell you're talking about. I was just trying to get on board with the riff, and I didn't get it. I know what I was going to say before. God damn it. This podcast is all over the place. You were saying doing the voice of that doctor. Isn't it hard when the voice is kind of silly to take something seriously? Like that voice, like that. Weren't you a little bit like, oh, come on? Like it's just kind of funny. I had a horrible date one night. I got stood up at Jay's bar in Silver Lake. I think the guy told me he was going to be there, and I think he unmatched me on Tinder. And when I got there, I think it was a different guy. He catfished me, and he was watching me. And because I saw this guy at the end of the bar, the way he was looking at me, I'm like,
Tinder.
Oh yeah, this is like years ago, and I guarantee you he's watching. Anyways, the guy knew I was going to be there. It was he used different photos, and he was going to see my reaction. So I went in, and
So he went to check you out.
He would check me out, but he unmatched me already. So he now was like, he was like a. Not
What does that mean? Unmatched you?
So we were like buddies.
You matched.
You matched.
Then you
And
went.
I was on my way to the date, and he unmatched me on Tinder.
So does that mean like I'm not showing up?
That's it. Yes. So I see, as soon as I get out of the Uber, I go, oh my God, he's not coming. And I walk in, and I remember looking around from in the bar, and I saw this another guy staring at me in a way that I was like, it's him. It's him. He used different photos, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let him win. So I sat down really confidently, and I was like, I ordered a glass of wine. I was on my phone, acting normal, have a glass of wine, pay, leave. Get in the Uber on the way home, start bawling. I'm like so upset, and the guy driver was like, "Oh no, what's wrong?" And I was like, "Oh my fucking God!" And I'm like, he sounded like I'm up, and he goes, "Not guy, not tonight." And I was like, I was trying to cry, but I was also laughing so hard. He goes, "What happened? What are you doing?" And it was insane, but it made me laugh so hard because I was like, okay, the voice is just so silly.
What was that?
I don't know what that accent was, but it was crazy. But it made me feel better. He was like, "Can I take you for ice cream?" And I was like, okay, you gotta stop, man.
He tried to match.
I don't know. I guess I don't know what he was doing, but it was very nice. But anyways, the voice, that reminded me of that story. See, memories. Look at us unlocking our memories and sharing our stories together.
Wow. That's crazy that you were that upset.
It was very upsetting. Have you ever been stood up before? Oh, no. Mr. Stinky Dick's never been stood up.
Why is my dick stinky? We went from me share your body to now I have a stinky fish cock.
Okay, well, you added the fish.
I know, because I'm being creative. If you say anything with her, it's like, is that real? Are you in the forest? The forest thing, I'm still freaked out by that. I'm like, shh. Did you ever see that people in the forest were like, shh, it'll be over.
Well, I'm like, what do you hold? It's the way, what are you
like they're
holding?
stabbing you.
Okay.
Like that was like kill or be killed. That was the reference. The guy wanted to kill me, I had to kill him.
Speaking of kill.
I believe that I can fucking just fuck with people with my eyes.
Is that why you're wearing your piss-filled glasses?
No, but I believe that we have the power as comedians to mind fuck people.
Do you?
Yeah, and it's a powerful thing, so you don't have to worry about the physical altercations because you can get in their brain and you can make them so fucked up. Don't you agree with that?
No, I've never used the eyeballs to try to mind fuck someone before.
You're good.
What are you doing?
No, you
blocking?
just let them know you do not fucking back down and you keep that eye contact.
Okay.
You're good.
I'm not looking away. Okay,
You
what
say
is
piss a lot.
I like piss. I think piss is funny. PP and piss.
Pee-pee.
But you also talked about piss. You had your piss-filled liver over there. Kidney.
Wait, go ahead.
Distracting myself.
Did we go over? How are you doing so far?
I'm looking. I gotta look. No, I think we're close to an hour. I don't know what's going on here.
I feel like we haven't covered anything you wanted to cover yet.
Well, I'm getting to the question right now.
Okay, is it too crazy for you?
No.
You are a
Crazy for
ping
you?
pong ball, and I am a ping pong ball. Now I can be chill, but I'm going off your energy. So you're like bing, 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 and I'm like bing, 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 bing.
I think we're both being chill.
No.
Aren't we?
Chill?
How insane we normally are?
You said it to me at the improv one time. You're like, look at this fucking animal. Look at you, you fucking animal. But I'm learning something about you. You're a little bit more reserved than I feel
am.
you are. You come off like, spit at me. Like you. Let me lick your fucking ears. And now that's a little bit of an act.
It's not an act.
You're a dainty Debbie.
I am a dainty Debbie.
You're a dainty Debbie.
No, I'm a very sensitive Steph.
There's nothing wrong with sensitivity, but you're a little bit like, here, I have a little observation about you.
Let's hear it.
You're like, shower every hour. Nose ring. So the nose ring is like, that to me says like, I like to party. But you kind of are a little bit like, are you wearing a sanitary napkin?
I can't be a partier and also like a clean cock. I don't know what to tell you right now.
No, there's nothing wrong with a clean cock, but you got me thinking three things. There's something called gig dick. Have you ever heard of gig dick?
No, what's gig dick?
You've never heard of gig dick?
What?
Eek! This is too much.
No.
Now I'm being Steph. I'm going to where you would talk. Gig dick is a very famous thing from the 80s. I'm not going to tell you the rock star, but it's when you go from city to city and you fucking don't shower, you're fucking drumming all night, and then you go from that city and you you know, and then the next city, you know, and then it's like 6 cities in, and you never wash, and it's gig day.
So is it like STD or is it just like
no? It's just
soiled?
a smelly cock from all the different cities and all the different
women,
groupies. Yeah,
groupies. Did you have groupies?
What?
You must have had groupies.
I can't tell you if I have that. That's illegal now.
Is it? I said head. Did you have groupies? You must have, because you were like a 90s heartthrob, weren't you?
90. Yeah, you're like a throwback Thursday. You're like a VCR tape. I'm still here. I'm breathing. You're a living throw. No. I mean, look, I was lucky enough to have success, so there were some perks.
There was some, you're wording it very well.
But you know what's funny? I saw something the other day, and they were like, blah, blah, admits they hook up with their fans. I'm like, people have done that the whole fucking career. Like,
why wouldn't I have?
I'm sure you have.
I'm not.
See, now that's the girl I expect.
Look, I can't be a little both. Can I be a little rugged on the outside but sensitive on the inside?
No, I'm sensitive too. There's a female comics, but I bet you're more like a dude comic in a way. So I'm gonna say something to you, and then I want you to respond.
Okay.
Very funny comic. She doesn't go out as much as us, and I'm not gonna say her name. And I'm like, she was like, oh God, I don't want to fucking go on the road. Blah blah blah. I gotta work on my new shit. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, why? It's fun, you know? And she's like, yeah, but I do my show, and then afterwards I just sit in my hotel room, and I'm bored. And I'm like, but hang out. And she's like, I'm not a dude. I'm not looking for a blowjob. I'm not going to sit there and like see which audience member is going to eat me out. And that stuck with me for years when she said this. And I thought it's really funny, the female comic experience. And I've talked to other female comics and they were like, she's right. But then I've talked to other female comics who's like, what's wrong with that?
It's a mix.
Okay.
So I never really had fans before. And I wasn't the kind of female comic where men would hit on me after. So I had a rule when I first started comedy. I've been in comedy for 20 years.
Really?
Yes. 20 years.
20 years?
Yes.
How old are you?
37.
Really? Oh, you started at
18.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I made no sense for the first like 5 years, but yeah, I started young.
Okay, go ahead. That's impressive.
So I remember like 5 years in, a guy hit on me after a show, and he was pretty cute. I'm like, okay, so I fucked him. And then after that, like...
You said that so quick. Say it again.
I fucked him. So then like 8 years went by, and nothing. No guy ever hit on me after shows, and I was like, okay. So then I was in
8-year drought.
Actually, I had fucked other guys, just not from shows. But I mean, like how the way men get hit on after fucking shows is not even remotely similar to how women get hit on. Especially women, female comics like me. I'm super aggressive. I'm yelling at men the whole show. I'm saying I hate men. I hate small men. All I do is yell at men. And then I'm like,
but you're always like, look here.
Yeah, but men don't like it. And then I say I have a huge fucking wet, sloppy pussy. Nobody wants it. So I'm not saying I'm like, up there being cute. I mean, like, I'm going to fucking, you know what I mean? I mean, gross.
I would think that would be like.
Not
inviting.
No, it's not. It turns out it's not. So then I believe it was in Regina. I fucked another guy. I can't remember. He was like a health inspector. I fucked actually a bunch of Timbits. I shaped them like a penis and I put them beside me. He was at a show in Regina. We had sex and I was like, okay, that's the second guy. And then after that, another long drought. I'm like, So I was like, anytime a guy hits on me that's attractive, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this because I don't ever get this opportunity. And then I fucked another fan in like a couple of years ago, and my boyfriend is a fan.
Your current man.
My current man was a fan. He saw me on Netflix. That's how we met. He came to see me in Salt Lake City, and that's how we met.
You've got a traveling fan.
My boyfriend was a full fan.
Wow.
Saw me on TV, and now I'm on Netflix.
Wow.
TV.
So you're living.
I'm a living proof that fan. Because also, it makes more sense for a fan. I'm so vulgar on stage. So I need a guy to see that and go, but you're a comic.
I don't think you're that dirty. I think you're suggestive, but you're not as dirty as I've seen other people. Like, at least when you're dirty, I laugh at it.
Because I'm not.
You're creatively
silly dirty.
Yes, you're not
dirty.
like. Just
I'm not like I'm gaping, suck my ass. Yeah, I'm like saying something silly.
Too much
like,
that.
Too much gaping. You're not a big gaper.
Well, no, it's just too much of like be creative with the terms.
Yeah, no. Last time I said my vagina looks like Zoidberg from Futurama. That made me laugh. You know,
that's funny. Zoidberg.
Yeah, you know what's funny when you're not laughing and your set is funny. That's funny.
No, but that's
Jamie
comic.
Kennedy. That's funny.
That's how you do it. We laugh. We go, that's funny.
That's
but,
funny.
Wow. So I like that you said that because that was honest.
So, okay, this is my favorite question of the podcast.
Don't end it.
Okay, it's not ending yet. We're getting close.
No, I'm enjoying this. I feel like we're just getting started.
We're just getting. How long? I'm not Joe Rogan. The podcasts are usually an hour. How long do you pod for? Yours are long.
No, not the bad. It depends if I'm feeling it. But I could probably do. I definitely like to have you on. I have you on my
Let me
list.
on. We can talk about all
But
your
I'm gonna keep you-
weird stuff. You're gonna keep me. I'm
gonna keep you focused.
You're gonna keep me captive. Just
Do you understand what that was? That was like I was gonna be killed, so I had to let him know that I wasn't scared.
I don't think
I
you're
could
gonna
kill
kill
him.
me.
But,
I think I could
Jesus.
take you. I'm not worried about that.
Honestly, you think you could?
Yeah, I think I can. Nah.
Are you fucking serious? You think you can fucking take me?
I think I could. If you were sleepy, if it was first thing in the morning, Sleepy Kennedy.
Are you like a super like
I got really strong legs. If I get you in a leg lock, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked.
I feel like you could choke me.
I could choke you.
You could like, but I feel like I could. I know how to get you. I could tickle you. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what?
God, I feel like I'm talking to a wild animal. You're a wild animal. The way you talk to me, you're like, I can take you.
Yeah, I think I can.
But then part of you is like, I'm a dainty.
Yeah, but when it comes time to me show my assertiveness towards a man, yeah, I'm gonna get angry.
What did I do? I'm your friend. I'm not in the audience with a gun.
No, you might be my next show. I just see you just fucking shining a fucking revolver in the front row. Okay.
Do it.
What is the worst body thing you've ever heard in your life? Like the grossest, most triggering, something you've remembered for years.
What do you mean? Like on me?
Like you just heard, or something you read in your newspaper / Twitter, something, a weird body thing that's just like always you've been like, ooh, I hate that. And you think about it sometimes and you're like, what is that?
The worst body thing?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay, I'll give you something off the top of my head is that I fucking hate these zit popping videos on Instagram. How all these are like zits and pops and Dr. Pimple. It's all disgusting. It's gross. Instagram, I used to like it. It's now filled with fucking sewer rats.
What is that? Yeah.
Disgusting. And it's like fucking, I wake up and you like one butt. You don't even have to like a butt. You can just look at the butt and you're fed butts, which is fine, but it's like they're pretty much, we're gynecologists now. I mean, there's barely string covering these things. And then, so it's like a butt, a pimple, a weird like accident. I feel like I see all this stuff on Instagram, and it's not just my feed, like because I don't look at this stuff.
I think the algorithm is really triggering men too, because like my parents aren't listening to this, and if they are, well, here we go. My mom was like convinced my dad was looking at porn on Instagram. Like, you can't look at porn. So she was like, look at his fucking, and it was like for you, like Reels thing, which most men, I don't even want to see yours. I'm terrified. But if you go to like, if you go to anyone's Instagram and you look at that middle button, the Reels thing, what comes up there, like what you see comes up.
Wait, slow down.
Okay, so if you're on Instagram and you go to the Reel thing. So mine immediately is, well, now that I feel bad, that was a bad one. That was a bad one.
Explorer page.
Yeah, that is like the Explorer page, like the Explorer Reels, and like
it's fucked up, right? Now.
It's fucked up. But mine is mostly stand up and dogs. But I feel like yours is probably all butts and.
I don't even.
Butts and pimples. I will say the Dr. Pimple popping thing. I can pop a pimple. Can you pop your own pimples?
Yeah.
But I don't like watching those big cysts that have been there for years.
Disgusting.
No, my dad thinks I like them. He sent me one of a bug coming out of a dog, and I almost fucking barfed.
Disgusting.
It was bad.
Wait, go back to your parents.
So my mom.
How old are your parents?
65. Mom's 65.
By the way, respect for starting comedy when you're in your teens. I started when I was 19.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But I didn't really do it much until I was 20 because I was so fucking bombing so much.
Oh, I was bombing. But I started in improv.
Yeah.
So
it's a good way
you
to
can't.
start.
That's the one. Improv gives people a false hope of what if you're funny or not. Because everything. Oh my god! After a show, you eat shit.
Freeze!
After a show, the whole crowd's like, "That was incredible."
Yeah.
I just ate shit. I didn't get a single laugh for an hour, and you said it was amazing. No, I wasn't. And then you all go and get drinks, and you hang out like your buddies, and you did well, and you're bad.
This is why I tell people don't ever tell your friends. That's why I think bringer shows are not real because don't bring your friends.
That's true.
You have to go. I was lucky because we didn't really have them coming up. and it was just go in a hotel lobby, and people that didn't want you to be there. You were annoying them, but if you can make them laugh,
then you're
But if you bring all these people, like you're so good,
and
I'm so funny, like you're gonna see her at the water cooler tomorrow. Of course she's gonna say that. Like it's not real. I tell people that.
Did you have a normal job like that? A water cooler job?
I didn't. I was out. No, I mean, I did all types of shitty jobs. I'm saying, but I see people now and they go to shows and I'll be like, that was a packed crowd. I'm like the only person on it that I know. And there's a lot of new comics and they're good, you know, but some of them are new and they'll be like, people be like, you're so good. And I'm like, and I was like, oh, there's the friend thing.
Yeah. Luckily, my parents were not that. They were supportive, but they were like, huh. Like, I'd bring them to shows and they'd be like, that made no sense because I used to be fucking mental. I would do yucks. I would start doing 3 minutes where I would be off the wall. Like my physicality, I would barely talk. I would run around the stage like a psychopath. I had this crazy bit where I'd do an impression of Keith Richards where I'd stuff a wig in my toes.
Yeah.
And I would draw a face on the bottom of my foot. And I'd be like, you guys want to see my Keith Richards impression? And everyone would be like, oh, okay. And then I would just bring out my foot, take off my sock and shoe, and put this weird wrinkled foot on the floor. And nobody would laugh. Of course. It's not funny. It's bad.
I think it's funny. I would laugh.
I'm going to start closing on that. After I get threatened by a guy with a gun, I'm like, well, I got to leave you with one final bit. Having a wig in my toes for an hour.
That's hilarious. But wait, did you get into comedy because you had to get into comedy because you're damaged? I don't think you can become from like a healthy upbringing.
No. It was not a healthy upbringing.
Yeah. I'm not saying your parents don't love you and you don't love your parents, but there's definitely has to be damage, I think, when you're a good comic.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 people in Hollywood that I kind of know that aren't damaged that are funny, and it's very rare.
I would say, my mom didn't start saying she loved me till I was in my 30s.
Okay. Good start.
I actually just had a breakthrough with my therapist yesterday about my mother.
You go to therapy.
I have a therapist, Judy. She's amazing. Love her so much.
How many decades have you gone?
Only about a year and a half now.
Oh, you just started?
I just got one out here. Oh, yeah, I needed it. Got real. Ooh. Upstairs was getting a little... Oops.
You on pills?
Liars. No pills.
Good.
I'm on nothing.
Don't.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing pills. I smoke weed and drink.
Oh, that's helpful.
And then I do MDMA sometimes.
See, now this is the person that I thought I was talking to, but you're like...
You are talking to this person.
don't wash your dick
Can
every
I be
hour?
bipolar? Maybe I'm bipolar.
No. You're just creative.
I'm just crazy. I'm looking at my parents' stuff. I say that for my therapist.
But the whole thing about your parents is I don't understand how you could look at porn on Instagram.
That's the thing. My mom didn't understand what he was looking at, and then okay, they can't listen to this part, but my mom stole my dad's phone when he was sleeping and showed me, and then she opened up his like For You page, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of gals. It was a lot of wet yoga pants and like a wet crotch. I was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. But I'm like, that's not porn, Mom. That's just, I think, male. Don't take your boyfriend's phone if you're listening to this to your husband because you're gonna get upset. But like most men's algorithm is butts and tits.
They put it in our grill.
They put it
even
there.
if you just like, oh, let me see what this is. You don't even have to like it.
I think if
you're screwed.
Yeah, that's it.
You got dog butts.
Yeah, you got dog butts. Yeah, that's mine. Mine's dog
Yours
butts.
is dog butts.
Oh yeah, hot dog ass, hiding quarters for days. Just really, really, like on the hiding quarter, you can just slap a dog's ass and he goes, ugh. And I'm gonna
see what you went. You just switched again. You went to bestiality. It got weird.
What do you want from me? Now, did I say you're weird? I said we're both weird. Why are you so defensive?
I'm defensive.
Are you defensive?
No.
Okay. What is the funniest way you think you could die?
Oh God, I hate these school questions.
These aren't school. How's that a school question? If your teacher asks you that, that's fucked up. Like you personally.
Fun? I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
I hate thinking about dying. I cry over it sometimes.
I don't think we're gonna die. Low key, knock on wood. I think we're gonna beat it. Do you think that's crazy? Mm-hmm. I've been reading a lot about reverse aging lately.
Really?
Yes, it's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, you can look it up. Do you know what ChatGPT is?
No.
Yeah, okay. It's AI. You know what AI is? They're doing a lot of shit. Go home tonight, go down a rabbit hole.
No, because that's going to freak me out even more.
It's a good thing, but it's crazy. Okay, the funniest way I could die? Oh, God. Because I associate death with pain. I hate pain.
It can be not funny. It could be instantaneous. Or you just don't die. That could be your funny ways that you
I don't want to
die. Nobody wants to die.
No, but I really don't want to die. I really, save this clip. I don't think I'm going to die. I don't want to say that because then people are like, well, I'm going to show you. But like, I think like we're getting better at death. I know you sound, this is crazy. Look up a guy named Aubrey de Grey. Okay. Aubrey de Grey is a life extensionist. And his whole thing is about how we can live for a long time. It's weird, I know. The funniest way I could die, I don't know. It's a weird question.
A grandpa.
How could you die?
I had my great grandma lived 107.
You got genes. Are you Polish?
Bulgarian.
Ooh.
That really sparked a nerve.
I was close.
You got a weird Bulgarian memory that you're about to
Are you
unlock?
Jewish?
No, everyone thinks I am.
You're Bulgarian, 107.
Mm-hmm. Old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what side was that, grandma?
My dad's side, and he was.
She's still alive?
No, but great grandpa. The last like 5 years he survived off just garlic and yogurt, cloves, whole cloves of garlic.
Can I tell you?
Suck him back.
You got those genes, man. So
that's too old. I can't let them win.
But what happens if you're like physical and you're living your life?
If I'm still doing my act at
everything is
107,
working,
then we're laughing. Then we're if I'm still dipping my lips in the sea at 107, just going, "Hey kids, check out this bit," and I just crouch down and dip my. But at that point, it would be really funny because my labia will be so much longer.
Oh, I literally thought you were talking about your mouth, your lips.
Yes,
the lip dip.
Yes. It's like a classic bit of mine. That's my bit. You don't know my bits, Jamie?
You don't even know what Scream is. I'm sorry I don't know your lip bit.
I know Scream. Didn't you die off pretty early?
The second one.
Well, there you go.
Why are you killing me so quickly? Lippy Dippy?
Lippy Dippy.
I don't know. I think I did hear that bit.
It probably doesn't matter.
Was it on your Netflix?
No, I did some sort of squat, I'm sure.
Yes. Because I was laughing. You were so funny on that.
Thank you so much. That's all thanks to Bill Burr. It
was incredible. Mm-hmm. I was dying laughing.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Some people laughed, some people hated it.
What? Okay. Some people didn't like it?
Oh, God, no. I got so much hate.
Well, can I tell you? That's just, you're an entity now. You understand that?
I'm an entity?
Yeah, meaning you're gone. People are just going to hate for no reason.
Mm-hmm. You don't get a lot of hate. Do you online?
I got people that hate me for no reason. I actually looked up a guy recently, and he constantly hates me. And I was going to block him, but I was like, no, let him express himself. And usually my comment section will take care of them. And then I looked in the direct messages, and he's like, fuck you, you lose, blah, 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 all this stuff. And as I go up, he was like, so you're not going to answer me? Hey, man, I'm a big... And it started as a really sweet fan.
Oh.
And then as I didn't answer, it got more and more, oh, so you're so cool, huh? Fuck you, you loser. Oh, fucking your movie. It just went.
Oh.
So I was like, wow, he's really hurt.
Okay.
And so, see, I did nothing to him. I don't know what I did.
That's wild.
So, yeah, so then I realized that was more about him.
Yeah. I think every troll is more about them.
Yeah.
Because I just find it such a weird, I always talk about this, but it's such a weird profession where this is the one thing where people are so like, I fucking hate you. It's like, all right, you're not going to be at Trader Joe's and see a green onion and fucking throw it on the ground and go, I fucking hate green onions.
Exactly.
Like, this is the only thing where you fucking, like, even music. If a song's playing, you're not gonna be like, you don't give a shit. It's for some reason with comedy, people get so pissed off that they don't like you. It's like, okay.
And not only they hate you, they think you should. They don't think the green onion should die.
Yeah,
the green onion should never have been born.
No, yeah.
It's crazy. Like if they review a toaster, they're not like, stop making this toaster.
Yep.
This toaster's bad. You know what I mean? Like
it is wild. It is. Yeah, we get hit, but we have to wrap this up. I gotta get home. I gotta walk my dog. There's stuff going on.
Sorry to bug you.
Look,
she asked me to come.
I told you we record for an hour.
I like this.
I like it too. I'll
right.
bring you back for another episode then. Jesus Christ, what the heck? I'm getting yelled at here for bringing famous actor and comedian.
Comedians.
There's
a comedian.
His dick smells great, because if it didn't, I'd smell it from here.
You would.
I would. I got a really good hunger. I would smell it. He smells great. Go see him live. What's your podcast? Tell people.
Hate to break it to you. You can find it on my, links to my website, jamiekenny.com. You find everything.
Go see him live.
Yeah. I'm going to be in Denver this weekend, but you probably won't be.
This also won't be out.
I'll
next
be in
weekend.
Indiana next weekend.
It's probably coming out in a few weeks, but there.
I'll be in Oklahoma in a couple weeks.
He'll be in Oklahoma in a couple weeks. Go see him in Oklahoma if I
Yeah.
have any Oklahoma fans here. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Good to see you.
Okay, bye.